AI stocks have soared. Billions of dollars are going into this industry, and everyone seems to know that we're in a bubble. But how important is this bubble to your finances? Are we headed toward a crash? And what could that mean for you? If you're interested in understanding a little bit more about the risk that you might be exposed to or not, I encourage you to meet me on the other side. It seems everyone's making predictions about this AI bubble, even Robert Reich, who tends to be pretty level headed when it comes to certain investment things like this. And I will say this Substack here is fairly balanced in its predictions. It's not off the top like some of the other commentators.
Well, this could be it, guys. I have been selling a bunch of my tech stocks. For the first time, something very strange just happened.
But what's the real truth of what's going on? This is a thing. We've been here before. In fact, I was teaching a class recently where a few of the financial advisors were going on and on and on about the AI bubble. And some of the people in the class who their background isn't in investing, I could see the fear growing on their faces. And I thought to myself, what are we even doing? We've seen bubbles before. Some of them have created large crashes, and others have been a lot of hype. For example, when I was a wholesaler, and a wholesaler works for an investment firm and goes around to financial advisors explaining how the products for the company that I represented would work for them and their clients. That's a wholesaler. And so I would go around to different financial advisors' office with my array of products, and they'd be screaming about how the Dow was in the 10,000s or the 20,000s, and this is just not sustainable. Over and over again, I heard the same story. And not that the 1990s didn't have a few hiccups, but this wasn't something to even be worried about. So, how does this AI bubble fit in comparison? And I want to talk to you today about four other bubbles. The first one is the railroad bubble. Yes, this happened in the 1800s, about 40 years before the stock market crash in 1929. So we're headed into the 1890s. Now, what caused this bubble? A lot of speculative spending in this industry. What sets it apart from what's going on right now is a lot of this was government funded speculation. And yes, were there railroad failures at the time? Yes. Was it an industry, though, that fueled the United States infrastructure for quite literally decades afterwards? Yes, again. And I think among the different speculative bubbles we're going to be looking at today, I think this one is the most akin to what's going on with AI today. Regardless of what happens to the stock valuation, and that is the only thing here that we're really concerned about. Is the stock valuation for these AI companies too high for what's naturally going on in this industry? And I can't tell you if that's true or not, and neither can anyone else. However, do you believe AI will be around in the future, helping to fuel many industries and helping us to build a prosperous economy? And if your answer to this is yes, then what happens in the stock price today matters little. I'll also say this. I think some of this speculation and people getting all hyper about is the stock price overinflated is actually helping to damper down what might have been a speculative bubble, which brings us to 2008. The 2008 real estate crisis, people knew home values were overinflated, but it wasn't doing anything to tamper it down. And in fact, there really wasn't anyone talking about the underlying financing problems that were fueling the speculation. Now, could there be stuff going on in the AI marketplace that is causing additional fluctuations in the valuations that we're unaware of, just like the 2008 housing crisis? Yes. Am I ultra concerned about that because Trump is in the White House and there could be a lot of shenanigans going on that we don't know about? You betcha. But do I believe that there's enough people with great wealth who want to see this succeed that it won't be as overly affected with Trump corruption as we might think? Yes. Yes, I do. I have an underlying faith in the greed of the multi-billionaires who are involved in this process, that they don't want to let this go too far. Which brings us then to the dot-com bubble that burst in the early 2000s. And granted, parts of this were some of the gains in the stock market in the late 1990s. But this bubble was unique too because there were just so many dot-com companies. There were literally thousands of various speculations, some stronger or weaker than others. So there was a natural propensity for this to burst and cause the valuation damage that it did. Now, some companies survived this, just like some companies survived out of the railroad bubble. And they thrived in later marketplace years. What sets this apart from the current AI bubble is right now we have a handful of AI companies that are basically leading the pack, at least in the United States. And the United States valuation of stock market, are there literally thousands of AI companies across the globe? Yes. None of them valued as highly as those in the United States, which brings us to the 1929 crash and the important lesson we need to learn from this one. You see, much of this was fueled by government regulation. I don't know if you've ever heard before about the Roaring Twenties, right? It was a decade of prosperity. It was the only 10-year period in the United States federal budget that we ran a surplus every year. And the reason that it was creating this roaring economy is the brand new Federal Reserve was pumping cash into the economy like never before. And it was a brand new entity. The Federal Reserve started in 1913, not that much earlier than the 1920s. But it just kept pumping money into the money supply, and lots of people were borrowing money. A little like 2008 crash. Are you with me? But then the Federal Reserve decided, you know what? We need to pull this all back. We can't have this much money in the money supply. And so they constricted it, causing the initial crash. But then they did nothing about it to help the economy. Hoover, who was president then, decided, you know what, the market will correct itself. And so did the entities at the Federal Reserve. So they did nothing to help aid the economy get built back up. This is the lesson we need to learn. And hopefully, we have learned that in order for bubbles to not have a dramatic impact on people, we need to have wise and effective government intervention. For the first time in history that I'm aware of, and if you know of something that I don't, jot it down in the comments below. But we had the first ever soft landing from higher rates of inflation to lower rates of inflation by 2024, a soft landing without a recession. Now, Donald Trump has come in and mixed that up by increasing inflation with the Iran war and the tariffs. But nonetheless, this is where good governance comes in. If we have a Federal Reserve and policymakers up on Capitol Hill who know what to do and can do it effectively, even if there is a correction in the AI market, and there likely will be, that's common, a boom and a bust cycle, very common, then we don't have that much to worry about. It'll correct and it'll come back. The thing that scares me more than anything in all of this is Trump lately has been saying he doesn't want to be President Hoover, who was the president during the Great Depression. What also scares me in this is a while ago, months ago, over a year ago, I was saying Trump could lead us into a depression. If you want to see that video, I'll link it up over here. It's not that depressing. I try to keep my stuff positive, and it does give you some investment advice that can help diminish any problems with any bubbles bursting. So I want you to ask yourself, is AI generating something that's useful to today's economy? And if it is, then chances are, even if it goes through some sort of correction, it does not mean the bottom's going to fall out of everything. I also want you to consider that even though there were pundits before the 1929 crash, the railroad crash, 2008, etc., talking about the fact that there's going to be some sort of crash, it wasn't as mainstream as what's happening with this whole AI discussion, crash, bubble. To me, this reminds me a lot more of what happened in the 1990s when everyone was like, something bad is gonna happen. And then nothing really did. Now, don't take this as my investment advice. I don't know for sure what's going to happen in the future. But I can tell you this, I think AI is strong enough that it will weather this. And if history is any indication, we're going to be all right. In fact, we've always been all right. I'll also say this is why I have a lot more overseas, international investments in my portfolio. Because right now, under Donald Trump's lead, I don't know if that good governance is there to help us out. So the question here isn't whether AI investments will succeed or not. Some of them won't. The question is whether speculation, debt, and bad policy will turn ordinary investment losses into a crisis that hurts everyone. If you got something out of this video, I encourage you to subscribe. I'd love to see you back here again. I'll also let you know that I've had more and more subscribers asking me if I'm going to start subscription content, essentially putting some of this behind a firewall for only some people to see. And I don't ever want to do that. I want to have all of the content accessible to everyone. But if you appreciate this content, I would appreciate it if you did do those lovely little spend thank yous to keep this channel monetized. Also, another thing you can really do is get my book. Yes, lots of good advice in here. And in fact, a very balanced approach about what history tells us about what potentially will happen to our money in the future. Get the book. The link's in the doobly-doo. It was number 12 on Ingram Sparks, financial budgeting, something. I can't remember the category, but it was number 12. And you did that. So thank you. I appreciate the fact that you've been supporting me. If you'd like this video, it surely will get out to other people, and comment below what you think about this whole AI bubble thing. Is it going to be a big burst, or is that a bunch of speculation? And if you click there, you'll get to see what might happen in this Trump economy. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.